This is our first peek Galactus, and we don't get a peek at the face, and everybody's commenting about it. Oh, Galactus is only a little bit bigger than the Statue of Liberty. Galactus shapeshifts himself into different sizes. Shapeshift's not the word, but he can be as big as a planet, and he can be as small as on the ground. Right. It's up to whatever he decides to portray himself as.
Right.
So if you don't know, then stop commenting it because you don't fucking know.
Right.
It's very annoying.
And if you go back to the 1967 animation when they first showed Galactus' arrival, you will see him working on a machine that's as tall as the Baxter Building, and which is like where he should be. For those that don't live in New York, you need to go Google the height of the Statue of Liberty and then come back and think about what you were talking about. Because you don't know.
And you also got to realize, like Aaron said, he shapeshifts to whatever size he deems suitable. So you got to realize he could be bigger than the planet, put it in the palm of his hand and throw it in the back of his throat.
Right.
Pause.
That is a pause, but yes.
Waiting for the MCU to have their hands on this.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll say I'll say what I've always said before we get into the trailer. I feel like Kevin Feige and Marvel know they have to do well on this, because if it gets messed up again, even though they didn't do the first two versions in live action, if it gets messed up again, you're done with the product in and of itself. You're done. You can't do it again. There's no way. Yeah. So that's why I have a feeling this is going to be good. But all that being said, we're going to take a look at the new trailer. If you would like to take a look at the original, the link for Marvel Entertainment's YouTube will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's check it out, see what we got going on.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Kirby, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
So I'm just gonna jump out here just real quick, man. Listen, this is forget everybody else. From what I've seen so far, they've done an excellent situation with the thing, because
they jump right into it, huh?
Nasty shit with the thing.
Yeah,
bro. Now I have two criticisms. I think the head, his head should have been a little bit wider. But I'm not mad at this, and I think his voice should have been a little heavier. If you go back to, and this is why we showed you the clip earlier, if you go back to his voice from the animation from 67, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
And that's just nitpicking, by the way.
Yeah, this is.
I'm not mad at all. Because this is straight out of Jack Kirby.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is also, if you want a good iteration, which I gotta pull out that book before Thursday. What's his name? Oh my God, one of my favorite artists. Oh God, he did a face shots of a lot of the Marvel characters.
Recently?
Yes, recently.
Alex Ross.
Alex Ross, yes, Mr. Ross. He did a
Alex
whole
Ross.
set of those,
Mhm.
and he based it off the Jack Kirby runs.
Mhm.
So
It looks just like him.
It just looks just like him.
Yeah,
Looks just like him.
They did an excellent job with this, bro.
And the scenery, the placing it in the 60s, and you see everything that looks the same like the 60s. It's on point, down to the suits, down to the freaking Herbie, the robot, the fucking robot, bro.
Some of you may not know about Herbie. Was Herbie in the older comics?
Yes, because there was a rumor. Okay, so this is a Fantastic Four lore that they didn't put Johnny Storm inside Fantastic Four because they were scared that kids was going to set themselves on fire trying to meet Johnny Storm.
Okay.
So that's an urban myth, but Herbie was created just to help Reed Richards to find Galactus.
Right.
Because we didn't have Johnny Storm, which is Human Torch, before that.
Right.
Here's what I will say. So obviously, I've read a lot of. I spent a lot of the day. I probably watched this trailer 3 or 4 times because I really wanted to get all the information that I could out of it. Right. So like this is probably my 4th or 5th run through of it. What I will say is I'll harp on the criticisms a little bit that I've seen, and I just want to touch on them a little bit. So like we're gonna do a deep dive into each live action version of the Thing on Thursday. So check out the podcast Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern if you want to check out what we're gonna do in regards to that. I'm gonna have some stills and we're gonna compare and we're gonna talk about them in those films, and maybe I'll have some little clips or something here and there. But what I will say is, one thing that kept on coming up is that people said, "Oh, the Thing is really small." So in the earlier versions of the Fantastic Four, the Thing was actually not that big. In the more recent runs of the Thing in the Fantastic Four is when they made him around the size of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Before that, he was more along the 6 foot something range and 500 pounds, and then they made him 7 foot whatever, and as the time went on. And by the way, I just want to also reiterate that this has also been stated multiple times, like this is not the MCU's version of the Fantastic Four. This is literally in a different universe, so we don't know what version of the Thing.
Yes.
Right, so we don't know what version of the Thing they're going to use if and when they decide to do a Fantastic Four in present day in 616 MCU. So it could be a totally different version. This is just a callback referencing the old Kirby days of drawing and stuff like that, which is totally cool by me after I did some research on it initially. Second thing I want to say, and we'll get to that. I'm going to jump around a little bit, but so I'm going to jump to right here because this is the second most commented thing that I saw. This is our first peek Galactus, and we don't get a peek at the face, and everybody's commenting about it. Oh, Galactus is only a little bit bigger than the Statue of Liberty. Galactus shapeshifts himself into different sizes. Shapeshift's not the word, but he can be as big as a planet and he could be as small as on the ground.
Right.
It's up to whatever he decides to portray himself as.
Right.
So if you don't know, then stop commenting it because you don't fucking know.
Right.
It's very annoying.
And if you go back to the 1967 animation when they first showed Galactus' arrival, you will see him working on a machine that's as tall as the Baxter Building, and which is like where he should be. For those that don't live in New York, you need to go Google the height of the Statue of Liberty and then come back and think about what you were talking about, because you don't know.
And you also got to realize, like Aaron said, he shapeshifts to whatever size he deems suitable. So you got to realize he could be bigger than the planet, put it in the palm of his hand and throw it in the back of his throat.
Right.
Pause.
That is a pause, but yes.
Yeah. So, but if you're going to say something on the internet, I know everybody wants clicks and views, but come on, man. This is a simple Google search. This is not even rough.
The only reason why I said that is because it was like 2 of the most commented things were about the Thing and how he looks. And then it was also about like Galactus and how they scaled him down to, and I was like, but you have to understand, if you scale him up, you end up with a people talking to the cloud situation again. So like,
Exactly.
what do you want?
Exactly.
What do you want? Like, I don't get it.
Oh, and go back a little bit, Aaron, on the trailer.
Yeah.
I want to talk about,
and you can see
shadow.
he's towering over in the shadow. So obviously he's not going to stay the same size throughout the trailer.
Yeah, like first of all, like He's like halfway through Manhattan at this
Right.
Goddamn
I'm
right.
saying.
That's what I'm
Think about
saying.
how big you have to be to just cast that particular shadow.
It just amazes me that people wouldn't know that, like, and obviously maybe if you're not a comic nerd like that, you wouldn't know that they're gonna scale him down to size in order to have a conversation with the Fantastic Four at some point, and then he'll scale himself right back up again. That's how this goes. It's how it's supposed to go if it's done properly.
Right.
And this is the thing I always say. Before you open your mouth and you make yourself look stupid on the internet, read the book. And yo, Pedro in the motherfucking suit. First off, let's go back to that.
I was gonna say let's go back to the beginning of the trailer. This is gonna be a deep dive in this trailer, right?
She's a bae. I'm sorry.
So Vanessa Kirby, I was unfamiliar with your game.
I liked her since Fantastic. Since Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Was she Fast and Furious? Was she in Fast and
Hobbs
Furious?
and Shaw.
Was she?
She's the sister of Jonathan Statham.
Really?
Whatever. Yeah.
They got me doing it. Jason Statham.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. She was a badass in that. Liked it since then. And the building looks dope.
I was gonna say, building on point. The Baxter building looks good. Herbie looks good.
Herbie, no fucking iterations. The set that they're using, the old school plastic chairs in the dining room and the kitchen. Yo, those things were expensive. Yo, to try to buy one of those plastic chairs right now and see how much they go for on damn eBay.
They swag now, bro.
Hey, oh wait, go back a click, Aaron.
Sure.
Keep going. You see that thing right there behind the thing that's attached to the wall?
That's
That
a phone?
is called a telephone, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's one of the ones that you had to actually like go like this and like
Exactly.
dial the numbers one by one. Yeah, I remember. I remember those.
Kids are gonna be totally confused. Like, why is he not using his cell phone?
I even want to point out the little subtle details here. So I'm going to put the sound back on for a second because I want you guys to. I don't know if you guys caught this, but listen to the sounds when the thing claps of what it sounds like. Rocks.
With the rock. Yeah.
Like the little details Marvel put in here. Ready? Just listen.
Okay.
Like it sounds like rocks hitting each other. You see what I'm saying? Like the little details they put in there to be like, oh, okay, like that actually sounds accurate, like what rocks would sound like if they're clapping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and also you have the thing in the suit. It looks, the CGI they did on this is.
You're gonna get roasted if you say the CGI is good because nobody that I've seen has liked the CGI. Nobody. Nobody's liked the CGI. I'm just saying.
Because they haven't read a Jack Kirby book.
I will say this is what I will say about the CGI, and we'll get into more detail about it on the podcast Thursday. I will say I think it looks a little funny when he talks or does movements. It looks a little funny to me, but in stills, he looks great. In any still shot you see of him, he looks phenomenal. Looks like Jack Kirby. But the talking and the movements, like even we'll see the running scene come up here in a little bit, looked a little awkward to me. It didn't look as clean as like a Hulk run to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to compare the two.
No, you're right. But
you know what I mean?
But this is again goes back to we've only ever seen the thing have conversation in cartoons where the mouth would move normally. Someone with his body frame who literally has rocks for a mouth, it's bound to, that's another reason why to me his voice should have been a little more gruff. It's bound to sound like that and whatnot. Sound coming out of that size of a body with rocks is gonna have a lot of bass on the bottom of it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna look a little. And as far as people with CGI, people don't understand. It's very easy to make present day stuff look great. It's really hard to go and make antique stuff. They took this back to a time that has an old look from the 60s. Now, how do you do that and not make it look corny? Like they did an excellent job. Like this is supposed to be their version of Technicolor is what they used to call it and whatnot.
Oh, pause on the clipboard. Yeah.
Right. So he's trying to. Isn't this him trying to? People were saying this is him trying to do some type of a multiversal bridge in the background. He's trying to
see the one on the left on the dark side of the chartboard. Yeah, that's a wormhole to go to different universes.
Right.
Because you say there's an in and there's an out and there's no middle. So that's where he's trying to figure out where's the timeline to jump from in and out and in the middle.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did they give Pedro the gray strip on the sides?
Yes, they did.
Okay, wait a minute, Marvel. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something without getting into too much. Like, I'm still very hesitant. I love Pedro. I'm still very hesitant that I'm going to believe him as Mr. Fantastic. I'm very hesitant. I love him as an actor. I still don't know how I feel about him in this role. And they hid his powers in this trailer. They did not show him doing anything power-wise, which makes me even more hesitant because it makes me feel like something's up with how he looks doing it. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna reserve judgment for a second trailer, but we'll see.
You're gonna see it in this. You'll see it in that clip because most likely he's gonna stretch out his arm to the other side of the clipboard.
Put the
answer in and stretch his arm back.
Probably.
Because that's what they normally do. And I love the rockets. I love the spaceship that they're in. It's an original from the fucking comic. The space suits are damn near on point, except for the gold strip. But it looks good. And fucking thing with
the trench coat and the hat, bro.
Yeah, fucking
bro. That's classic thing right there.
I love the moment of looking in the TV and him being like, "Damn, I was a handsome guy, and now I'm a pile of rocks."
yeah. And the thing is that you're getting a lot in the trailer for the thing, because it's the whole thing is his emotional story to the Fantastic Four, like Sue said, is The Rock.
He's the Rock of the team.
Yeah.
He's the one who lost the most out of everybody. Everybody still can be normal.
Right.
He lost the one thing that he said. You saw it in the trailer. I was the best looking one in the team. And the one thing that he lost was his looks.
The CGI of my man transforming to fucking I thought this looked clean.
Yeah, no, this was right on time. It wasn't overly CGI'd, and it wasn't overly perfect. Like, they didn't make it like a perfect thing. Like, it looks like it's supposed to look.
Yep, I would agree. I love the line, Johnny's just Johnny. That's perfectly how you describe Johnny. Yeah, that's what he is.
You can't give him much explanation. You know what I mean? He does what he does.
Yeah. So Johnny's the young hothead in the early comics. He had a hot rod and all of that with the fire thing on it. If you remember that type of thing. He's supposed to be young and impulsive and whatnot. He's Sue Storm's younger brother, the Invisible Girl's younger brother.
So every time I watch the trailer, I catch something new. I didn't even see that she seems to be putting up some type of barrier here or something. Yeah. I didn't even see that the first time because it goes by so fast if you don't click.
Yeah.
And see why I say the CGI is good, because that's the way it's supposed to look when it's coming away from her. You're not supposed to see a lot coming from her. You're supposed to see the air, the manipulation of the air and the manipulation of the light going around and pushing it to wherever she's going to and trying to stop whatever she's trying to stop.
And the only evidence is the rainbow colors, which shows you that she's manipulating moisture in the air.
You know what I will say? Their on-screen chemistry seems to be really good. The four of them. Their on-screen chemistry seems to be on point. Like, I think I'll believe whatever story they're trying to tell here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I do. That's the one thing I do trust about her and Pedro. Is both of them are good actors. Even the guy who played
Vanessa Kirby.
They're very good actors. Even the guy who played in the Bear, the Thing, who's playing the Thing. I don't know much about who's playing Johnny Storm. I'm gonna do a nice job with him.
He's the dude from Stranger Things. He's the one who plays the rock star.
Oh,
okay. Or the one he plays, Eddie, I think is his name.
Okay.
In Stranger Things, he has a really long hair and he's got like the whole grunge look to him. He's not a bad actor, bro. I'm telling you, he's a pretty solid actor.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to do a deeper dive on those two characters just to make sure that I love the old Thing costumes. Yo, okay. So for you kids nowadays that get all these Halloween costumes that are fucking immaculate, what we used to run around and say trick or treating is a sharp piece of plastic mask that used to have a strap in the back of it with two staples on the string of the on the rubber.
It would.
If you broke that motherfucking those two
you do like this for the rest of the night.
For the rest of the night, you're holding it.
Not to mention that the size of them things would literally give you paper cuts. The eyepiece, wherever it touched your skin, it would like completely.
It was rough back in the day with these damn masks, though, bro. Jesus, and you talk about not being able. If you ain't line the mask up right, you wouldn't be able to breathe, and the sweat that would come off of that damn thing. You running around trick or treating.
Yo,
the fantastic
I like the fantastic car.
Yo, that looks crazy.
I liked it. I thought it looked good.
Yeah,
see, like this looks good. See,
back that up just a little bit to the beginning.
He looks funny. I'm telling you, it looks funny. Really watch it. Listen, he looks funny.
Bro, this is how the thing actually moves. They got the mechanics of his run completely. This is how he moves.
And you see how the ground is breaking when he steps, just because of the speed that he's using.
With that.
Oh, and you guys want to know who this character is? Thursday.
He's I was gonna say he's supposed to be a villain, right? I forget the name, but he's supposed to be a villain.
I have the villain in the first issue.
Yeah.
Tune in on Thursday.
That is.
Oh, you saw the gray stripe right there too, Aaron. On Reed.
Did you?
Go back. Keep going.
Oh, you did. You can see it. You can see it. Interesting.
But yo, Galactus. All right.
I can't wait to see. And the voice actor who's doing Galactus, bro, is gonna crush that. I'm telling you, he's gonna crush that voice.
And I'm sorry, Sue, you do it, baby. You God, yes.
See, like this version of the thing is so small in stature compared to what people are used to seeing that they're bothered by it, and it is literally the early version of the thing now. It's literally what it is. Like,
I will. We on Thursday we will have a whole breakdown of why you guys are complaining about certain things, and I will give you the specs on the thing. If you guys, believe me or not, I will show the specs and I will show the card, and I will read off what's exactly on the Marvel card, which is his rookie card. So that's the earliest specs you will be able to get on him besides the comics. And the comics didn't even go in depth like they did with the cards did.
All right. So cool. Something to look forward to on Thursday. There you go.
More things that you have looking forward to. And you get issues that you're supposed to be picking up, which the group already has.
If you can afford them.
That's the other part.
Affirm before we give you those numbers.
Because if you want to afford some Fantastic Four books, it's going to be thousands of dollars in debt. Just FYI.
These Fantastic Four books.
Yeah, these books are. These are ancient books, bro.
These are golden age. So
you're talking about paying thousands for a 2.0.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
It's barely hanging on to his 2.0.
100%.
And this is why now this is also I gotta praise Marvel and praise comic book movies. This is driving the market.
Definitely going to shift the market a little bit with this movie for sure. I think so.
Everybody's going to start looking for Golden Age books. And I'm sorry to say, right now,
good luck.
Good luck finding a key issue. You better start freaking going to these garage sales. That's the only way you'll probably get them from here on out.
Nah, listen, some of you going to have to go dig up grandma's money that she left you.
If you really want it that bad,
because some of these books are literally gonna probably, you're not gonna pay the mortgage that month, just saying, like some of the stuff is definitely pricey, but obviously worth it if you're into it like we are.
And it's also hasn't depreciated in value in 25 years now. Since the first crash.
Yeah, and I want to say one other thing quickly, because see the other thing that happens here, which I kind of hate, is you will start having Marvel do all these facsimile covers of these things, but now you can get it and all that. Like, listen,
especially since San Diego Comic-Con is going to be just before this movie drops.
Right.
You know how many
Now-
facsimiles there's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con this year, bro?
facsimiles are going to be
insane. Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Have everybody else that is not Marvel creating covers that emulate those covers to get you to buy it, just so you can have the feel of having that same cover.
As the word in the comic book nerd Facebook page group that I belong to, they are talking about every comic shop is having their own facsimile to this book, to this movie.
I believe it.
So if you're trying to Pokemon this thing, you better have deep pockets.
Yeah.
I will call out two quick things from the trailer before we wrap up and get out of here. So if there were two things for me that were notably missing, obviously we're gonna, like I said, talk more about the thing Thursday. Catch us on the podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. I didn't get to see Reed use his powers. I mentioned that earlier. The second thing is Silver Surfer is visibly missing from the trailer. There is no sign of Silver Surfer. We already know that it's Shalabal. Is that how you say the name? Shalabal. Yep. We already know that it's Shalabal. We already know it's Julia Gardner. So like they didn't show her in the first trailer. That makes me think that like they're hearing it from the fans already. That like people are like, oh, I don't know, female Silver Surfer. This, that, and the other thing. I want to see how it looks. If the Silver Surfer looks, this is all I'll say. I don't care about the whatever. There's a story there with female Silver Surfer. I'm not even gonna comment on that. Right. What I will say is, as long as it looks as good as the Silver Surfer we've gotten previously, I don't give a shit about the gender of it because the story still matches with this version of the Fantastic Four. It's fine. I just want to see that it looks good.
And we also have to realize the people have to get this in their head. I'm gonna keep digging this in their head. This is not the 616.
No, it's not.
Right.
They still have time to bring in.
Rad does not exist in this one.
They still have time to bring in Norman Rad in 616's version of the Fantastic Four if they choose to do it. If they decide to do it. I mean, it's a fact though. Like people need to know that.
This is not going to be a one-off. This is kid you not. This is not going to be a one-off movie. Not with the things that are happening in the nerdy news community. This is not going to be a one-off movie. So this is for the long haul.
All I know is I'm definitely going. I'm in. I'm going to see it. I want to see it. I've been waiting for a really good Fantastic Four movie. I'm hoping that this delivers. You guys obviously let us know your thoughts down in the comment section. I will hit you guys with a quick spiel before we get out of here. Your boys are really, really close to 2,500 subscribers here on YouTube. We appreciate the love and support in our recent videos. But as I always say, these bills do not pay themselves. So please continue to tell a friend to click the like and subscribe button down below. It's free for you guys, helps us out more than you will ever know. While you're down in the description area, consider checking out two of our links. The first one is to become a channel member, aka a hothead. For just $2.99 a month, you get access to our videos early, priority comments in the comment section of the weekly podcast. You can join our Discord, play some Marvel Rivals with us, join us up for some other games, stuff like that. You can also spam some emotes. There's one that makes Leo drink. It's part of the contract. Don't worry about whatever face you're seeing over there. It's all good. Second link is the merch shop, mancave101.org. You should check out some of our merch on there if you want to join the Man Cave drinking team. If you want to, there's a whole bunch of merch in there. I don't even get to see the design, so you guys are going to get to see them just as I do because the art department constantly boots me out. I'm going to let Chase talk more about what's going on in the merch shop. What's up, man?
Listen, he still has not learned how to get his way in there, art department and whatnot. Mancave101.org is the website, man. For those who don't know, Black History Month has not been canceled, and we are here to prove it. Go to the site, man. The Black History Month department is up, so go in. Black History is for everybody, so don't want nobody to think, oh, this is Black. Black History is for everybody. Black History is the world's history, in case you did not know. Everything up there from hoodies to drinkware. Got drinkware. See drinkware? Look, got drinkware. We got t-shirts. We got hats. More drinkware like this. Notice I still got it here. I have to change it to my desk because it's warped. So I'm not here and whatnot. New stuff going up all the time. Something for everybody. So please check out the site. As the man up in the chair just said, these bills don't pay themselves. So please cop something so we can pay these bills. And we thank you in advance for that.
Yes, I mentioned our podcast a couple times throughout this trailer reaction. So Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, catch us live streaming here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're an audio listener, catch a playback on Spotify and or Apple Podcasts. If you could leave a nice review over there, 5 stars, obviously preferable, but anything you got to say it with your chest, as I always say. I heard that negative reviews do result in clobbering time. I don't know. That's what I heard. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. That's how shit gets down. That's all I know.
You don't want them dudes from Brooklyn showing up.
That's what it is. Also, I got one more thing to say. Comic-Con this year. I've never seen a really good Sue Storm cosplay in person. Challenge this year.
I like where you going, bro.
I've never seen a really good Sue Storm cosplay. Just saying.
I'm with him. I ain't seen one yet.
I don't know. I'm just calling it cosplayers. If you catch this, I look forward to catching you at Comic-Con this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, hey, before we cut out, James Gunn, get your wide angle lens.
It's clobbering time.
Why? Oh man. All right. Peace.
Oh god.